In this video, we are going to continue to take a look at compound sentences. Now, it is important to remember that a compound sentence contains two related independent clauses that are joined with a comma in coordinating conjunctions such as and, but, or. Okay, now we have two compound sentences here, and we need to take a look at what needs to be included. So it says, our class is finished eating early, comma, the next class came in ahead of schedule. So a couple things that this sentence needs. Okay, so first of all, it does need a coordinating conjunction. All right, so we have the comma right before the coordinating conjunction. We are going to add the coordinating conjunction of so, okay, because it's showing our class finished early. So a result of that, okay, so the effect of that is the next class came in ahead of schedule. And you can see this also needs a period as well. All right, so let's take a look at number 2. It says, will the rain stop this afternoon, or will the storm continue into the night? So we can see that the coordinated conjunction or is showing that there's a choice, okay, or there's two different things that could possibly happen there. And the thing that we're missing for this is a comma in front of that coordinating conjunction. So we will put a comma right there in front of that coordinating conjunction. Now what I want you to do is turn your practice companion pages to 132, and we're going to continue to take a look at compound sentences. Okay, so we have practice companion page 132 out, and it says compound sentences at the top, and it says authors use compound sentences to make their writing clear and interesting. It says a paragraph written only with simple sentences could sound choppy and be confusing, and so that's why we're learning about compound sentences to eventually help your writing. It's not just to do well in an IXL activity or to do well in a test necessarily. It's to ultimately help your writing out. Okay, so we can see the following two paragraphs and how they compare. So as I went to the store, Jim went to the beach, we met later in the day, we played golf, it was fun, I lost a lot of golf balls. So very short and choppy sentences there. The writing does not flow very smoothly. So you can see the difference. It says, I went to the store, but Jim went to the beach. We met later in the day and we played golf. It was fun, but I lost a lot of golf balls. So you can see the vast difference between those two paragraphs. Still the same idea. Every point is still getting across, but you can see that second paragraph has some coordinating conjunctions and compound sentences within it, which makes the writing flow a lot smoother. Now what I want you to do is take a look at this second section here. So it says on the lines below, write new compound sentences by connecting a sentence from the first box to a sentence in the second box with a coordinating conjunction. Okay, so you can see what I did, and you can even copy this down for number 1. So it says Joshua thinks he needs to improve his spelling. So we can see the different clauses that are on the right. We want to connect whatever clause on the left can go with the clause on the right. And I have, he always does well on his tests. Okay, so coordinating conjunction will be but, showing the contrast there. So Joshua thinks he needs to improve his spelling, comma, but he needs to do well on his tests. Okay, so that'll give you an example of what I'm looking for. You can copy that down for number 1, and I want you to do the next 3 all by yourself, and when you're finished, you can press play and I will have the answers for you. So pause the video now. Okay, so you can see the answers I have for 2 through 4. Make sure your answers look like mine, or if they connect in another way, that's completely fine. Just make sure that the clauses are related to each other. There's a comma in that coordinating conjunction after the comma. So number 2, Nora and Landon can eat now, comma, or they can wait until after they swim. So the conjunction or is showing that there's a choice. Maria made 2 dozen cupcakes, comma, and Daniel frosted them. See the comma there, the conjunction and showing the connection there. All right, and so we would not say Maria made 2 dozen cupcakes and, for example, and he does well on tests. That would not work. So it is important, like I've said before, that the that the clauses do relate to each other, that you're not just throwing in coordinating conjunctions, kind of like sprinkling bird seed on the ground and hoping that something, actually works. Okay, I know that was a really weird concept, but you can see what I mean. We're not just kind of throwing things out there and hoping everything joins together there. All right, so number 4, Jeremy learned to play guitar, comma, so he can now be in a band. All right, so we have the conjunction so, showing that there's cause and effect. So he learned to play the guitar, the effect of that, so he can now be in a band. With that coordinating conjunction, so connecting those two independent clauses. So that finishes the video on reviewing compound sentences. And if you have any questions about this concept, please come and see me.